At the top, it's time for another video to drop, and today I'm simulating 23 years into the future on WWE 2K23 Universe Mode. The way this is going to work is I'm just going to go to the calendar. We're going to go all the way to WrestleMania, and we're going to simulate each and every single year and see who the champions are at the very end of this Universe Mode. At our very first WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes is going up against Randy Orton with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship on the line. We're going to simulate all the matches, and Cody Rhodes picks up the win. We got Karrion Kross defeating LA Knight. Yeah, we got Humberto and Angel Garza defeating Masay and Mansoor. We then have Queen Zelina and Dakota Kai defeating Rhea Ripley and Dana Brooke. Finn Balor defeats Dexter Lumis. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeat Eric and Ivar. We got Io Sky and Bayley defeating Carmella and Drop. Then Lacey, oh my god, this match looks gross. Lacey Evans defeats Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Austin Theory goes A-Town down as he defeats Damian Priest. The Miz defeats Rey Mysterio. Santos Escobar defeats Brock Lesnar. That's a huge upset. We then have Drew McIntyre defeating Roman Reigns for that Universal Championship. Bianca Belair loses to Becky Lynch for that Raw Women's Championship. And in the main event of the evening, the Usos defeat Matt Riddle and Omos. It seems that Matt Riddle is a part of the Hurt Business. Now, what's going to happen in year 2 of WrestleMania? We're at our second WrestleMania on this journey, and kicking things off, Charlotte Flair defeats Liv Morgan. Akira Tozawa defeats Randy Orton. We are going crazy in this Universe Mode. Carmella defeats Queen Zelina in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Drew Gulak, where my seagulls at with the catch point, defeats Madcap Moss for the Intercontinental title. Shayna Baszler defeats Aaliyah. Xia Li defeats Ronda Rousey. Damian Priest defeats Austin Theory. They went back-to-back Manias. We got Bobby Lashley, Freak Bobby If You Nasty, defeating Mustafa Ali for the the United States Championship. Dalton can't read apparently. Sheamus defeats Karrion Kross for the Universal Championship. We got Nikki ASH and Bayley defeating Io Sky and Asuka. We got Finn Balor defeating The Miz. Ridge Holland and Butch defeats the Usos. We then have the Rated R Superstar Edge defeating Roman Reigns for that World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event of the evening, Bianca Belair defeats Rhea Ripley to cap off our second WrestleMania. It's time for our third WrestleMania, and The Miz defeats Bobby Lashley in the opening contest. We then have the Usos defeating Angel and Humberto Los Lotharios. After that, ain't nobody meaner than Tamina when Tamina defeats Alexa Bliss. We got Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeating Shanky and Jinder Mahal. After that, we got a big 8-man 4-way tornado tag that Gunther, the Ring General, and Giovanni Vinci pick up the win for Imperium. Veer Mahan defeats Finn Balor. We then have Liv Morgan defeating Lacey Evans. After that, it's Carmella and Rhea Ripley defeating Io Sky and Drop. Bianca Belair wins the Raw Women's Championship, defeating Queen Zelina. Randy Orton gets his dub back on Akira Tozawa at WrestleMania the following year. We then have Charlotte Flair defeating Natalya. Following that, Roman Reigns defeats Drew McIntyre for the Universal Championship. The Rated R Superstar Edge defeats Brock Lesnar for that World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event of the evening, we have Austin Theory defeating Damian Priest for the United States Championship to cap off WrestleMania 3. We are at our fourth WrestleMania, and Finn Balor opens up Mania defeating Randy Orton. Following that, the Usos defeat Ridge Holland and Butch. And after that, Solo Sikoa defeats Giovanni Vinci. We then have Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford defeating these other tag teams. Following that, Drop and Asuka defeat Dakota Kai and Nikki ASH. We got Kevin Owens defeating Veer. Xia Xia Li defeats Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship on SmackDown. Xia is fire. Austin Theory defeats Damian Priest for the United States Championship. Brock Lesnar defeats Madcap Moss. We got Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch defeating Io Sky and Carmella. Following that, Drew McIntyre defeats Santos Escobar for the Universal Championship. We got Cody Rhodes defeating AJ Styles for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Bayley defeats Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. And in the main event of the evening, we got the big dog Roman Reigns defeating The Miz to cap off WrestleMania 4. It is year 5, and we're kicking things off with the Universal Championship on the line as Drew McIntyre picks up the win against Karrion Kross. We then have Io Sky and Becky Lynch defeating Gigi Dolan and Tamina. Very interesting. Giovanni Vinci defeats Ludwig Kaiser, so it seems that Imperium is no more. Angel and Madcap Moss defeat Ivar and Eric. Following that, we got Marseille and Mansoor, I think, winning this one, but maybe not. That's a very weird tornado tag match. I'm not going to lie. The Usos, though, defeat Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Following that, we got Rhea Ripley and Dana Brooke defeating Dakota Kai and Queen Zelina. Shelton Benjamin defeats Fiend Balor. Damian Priest defeats Bobby Lashley. Freak Bobby if you nasty. Cedric Alexander picking up a big win by defeating Randy Orton. You love to see that. We got Roman Reigns defeating Santos Escobar in a huge match for Santos Escobar. We then have Brock Lesnar defeating AJ Styles for that World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event, oh, excuse me, there's one more match. We got Rhea Ripley defeating Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, in the main event of the evening, it is Austin Theory defeating Matt Riddle for the United States Championship to cap off year 5. Year 6 is kicking off with a banger. Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano is the new United States Champion as he caps off Bobby Lashley's reign, if you will. Moving over, we got Matt Riddle defeating Fiend Balor. After that, Dakota Kai and Tamina defeat Nikki ASH and Alexa Bliss. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston defeat Marseille and Mansoor. We then have Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo picking up those Raw Tag Team Championships against Ridge Holland and Butch. We then have Santos Escobar defeating Giovanni Vinci. Drew Gulak defeats Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz defeats Happy Corbin. We got Rhea Ripley and Dana Brooke defeating Io Sky and Asuka. Big E is the new Universal Champion as he knocks off Karrion Kross. We then have the Usos defeating Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Charlotte Flair defeats Liv Morgan. We got Seth freaking Rollins as your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion as he beats Roman Reigns. And in the main event of the evening, we got Randy Orton defeating Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker in his first WrestleMania main event of his career to cap off WrestleMania 6. WrestleMania Year 7 opens up with Big E defeating Karrion Kross once again for the Universal Championship. We got Braun Strowman defeating Johnny Gargano for the United States Championship. Following that, Shanky and Jinder Mahal defeat Ivar and Eric. After that, Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Drew Gulak for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Gigi Dolan and Bianca Belair defeating Dakota Kai and Queen Zelina. Following that, the Usos defeat Mason Mansoor. Roman Reigns defeats Akira Tozawa. We got Charlotte Flair defeating Lacey Evans. Randy Orton defeats The Miz. Damian Priest defeats Cody Rhodes. Seth freaking Rollins defeats Veer Mahan for the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Solo Sikoa defeating Fiend Balor. After that, Gunther defeats Sheamus. And in the main event of the evening, Omos defeats Edge. Was there the Universal Open? Interesting card for this one. Year 8 kicks off with an absolute banger as Shinsuke Nakamura battles Gunther and wins for the Intercontinental Championship. We then have Finn Balor defeating The Miz. Following that, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford win a huge tag team match. We got Marseille and Solo Sikoa defeating Butch and Ridge Holland. Gigi Dolan is the new Raw Women's Champion. Congratulations to Gigi Dolan. We got MVP as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Dakota Kai and Drop lose to Rhea Ripley and Queen Zelina. Sheamus defeats Mansoor. It's Kevin Owens who defeats Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. The Usos defeat Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. We got Ivar and Eric defeating The New Day. Charlotte Flair defeats Liv Morgan. Braun Strowman defeats Brock Lesnar in the main event of the evening. It's Damian Priest beating Randy Orton to cap off the 8th WrestleMania. Our 9th WrestleMania opens up with Karrion Kross defeating Santos Escobar. Madcap Moss beats Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. MVP defeats Matt Riddle. We got Jinder Mahal and Shanky defeating The New Day. After that, Damian Priest defeats Solo Sikoa. We got Happy Corbin defeating Omos for the United States Championship. Charlotte Flair defeats Xia Li. We got Gigi Dolan and Carmella defeating Dakota Kai and Asuka. The Miz defeats Rey Mysterio. Otis is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Oh my goodness, what a win for Otis. Following that, Edge defeats Mustafa Ali. We got Roman Reigns defeating Mansoor for the Universal Championship. What in the blue moon has happened to our Universe mode? Sheamus has defeated Big E, and in the main event of the evening, Randy Orton defeated Finn Balor. Things are starting to get crazy. Kicking off Year 10's WrestleMania, Johnny Gargano defeats Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. We got Solo Sikoa defeating Finn Balor. Gigi Dolan and Tamina defeat Io Sky and Asuka. We got Madcap Moss defeating Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. Otis defeats The Miz at WrestleMania. We got Drew McIntyre defeating Mansoor. After that, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeat Humberto and Angel Garza. The Usos defeat the Street Profits. We got Ronda Rousey defeating Shayna Baszler for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Sheamus defeats Santos Escobar. Brock Lesnar defeats Giovanni Vinci for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bianca Belair defeats Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Damian Priest defeats Randy Orton in the main event of WrestleMania. It's Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair defeating Dakota Kai and Becky Lynch. Year 11 kicks off with Ronda Rousey defeating Raquel Rodriguez for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Giovanni Vinci is the World Heavyweight Champion defeating Randy Orton for that championship. Oh my goodness. After that, Humberto and Angel Los Lotharios defeat Jinder Mahal and Shanky. We got the Usos defeating Masay and Drew Goulet. Oh my goodness. Gigi Dolan and Carmella defeat Dakota Kai and Bayley. Damian Priest is the Universal Champion defeating Solo Sikoa. We got Charlotte Flair picking up the win. Oh my goodness. Ridge Holland and Butch defeat Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. We got Bayley defeating Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Finn Balor defeats Rey Mysterio. The Miz defeats Cody Rhodes. We got Cameron Grimes going straight to the moon, defeating Brock Lesnar. Matt Riddle defeats Braun Breaker for the United States Championship. In the main event of the evening, it is Roman Reigns defeating Otis. Oh my God. Year 12 kicks off with Randy Orton defeating Veer. We then have Ludwig Kaiser defeating Gunther, the Ring General, for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Eric and Ivar defeating Shanky and Jinder Mahal. Rhea Ripley and Queen Zelina defeat Io Sky and Ain't Nobody Mina and Tamina. After that, Karrion Kross defeats Mansoor. We got Sheamus and Butch winning this big old tag match. Apollo Crews defeats Bobby Lashley. Freak Bobby if you nasty for that U.S. Championship. Otis once again is your WWE World Heavyweight Champion as he defeats Solo Sikoa. Oh my God. Drew McIntyre defeats Giovanni Vinci. Santos Escobar defeats Big E. We got the Usos defeating the Street Profits. Alexa Bliss defeats Bianca Belair for that Raw Women's Championship. Brock Lesnar defeats Damian Priest in the main event of the evening. We got Matt Riddle defeating Braun Breaker to cap off Year 12. Year 13 opens up with Tommaso Ciampa defeating Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. We got Charlotte Flair defeating Shotzi. Following that, Dakota Kai and Tamina defeat Gigi Dolan and Drop. After that, Jinder Mahal and Shanky win the Raw Tag Team Championships from the New Day. Ludwig Kaiser defeats Ricochet for the Intercontinental Championship. Masay and Big E defeat Eric and Ivar. We got Otis as the Universal Champion now as he defeats Karrion Kross. Otis, by every stretch of the imagination, is your new tribal chief. Oh my God. Following that, Braun Breaker defeats Damian Priest. We got Rhea Ripley and Queen Zelina defeating Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Finn Balor defeats The Miz. We got Roman Reigns defeating Akira Tozawa. Brock Lesnar defeats Giovanni Vinci. AJ Styles defeats Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event of the evening, Jey Uso defeats Seth freaking Rollins to cap off year 13. We kick off year 14 with Randy Orton defeating Solo Sikoa. We got Karrion Kross defeating Giovanni Vinci. Ludwig Kaiser defeats Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship, which I'm absolutely sure was a banger, bro. We got Matt Riddle defeating Veer. After that, Omos wins the United States Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. The Usos defeat Chad Gable and Apollo Crews, which is a very interesting tag team. After that, Io Sky and Tamina defeat Alexa Bliss and Nikki ASH. Otis is once again the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Otis has defeated Cody Rhodes. Otis has finished the damn story. Otis is a cheat code in universe mode. Oh my God. Carmelo Hayes had a Universal Championship match against Gunther, and Gunther picks up the win. This is insane. Following that, Drew McIntyre defeats Santos Escobar. We got Finn Balor defeating Drew. Oh, no, that's Seth freaking Rollins. I can't read. After that, Big E defeats Sheamus. We got Becky Lynch defeating Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Gigi Dolan and Dakota Kai defeat Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. And that was our main event of WrestleMania 14. WrestleMania 15 opens up with Drew McIntyre defeating Gunther for the Universal title. That sounds like an absolute banger. Following that, the Usos defeat Ivar and Eric. We got Sheamus defeating Santos Escobar. Sami Zayn defeats Ludwig Kaiser for the Intercontinental Championship. Finn Balor defeats Solo Sikoa. After that, Karrion Kross defeats Rick Boo! I can't do that, my throat. Moving forward, Big E defeats Mansoor. Braun Strowman defeats Cameron Grimes for the United States Championship. We got Io Sky and Alexa Bliss defeating Doudrop and Becky Lynch. Gigi Dolan and Rhea Ripley defeat Dakota Kai and Bayley. We got Damian Priest defeating Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar defeats The Miz. We got Edge defeating Cody Rhodes for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event of the evening, we got Roman Reigns defeating Otis, the cheat code of this universe mode. We are at the 16th WrestleMania of the Sim, and Cody Rhodes has defeated Rey Mysterio for that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Rhea Ripley and Bayley defeat Io Sky and Queen Zelina. We got Rick Boogs winning the Universal Championship. Oh my God. He defeated Sheamus to do so. We got Braun Strowman defeating Shelton Benjamin for that United States Championship. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeat Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Veer defeats Matt Riddle. Sami Zayn defeats Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. Solo Sikoa defeats Damian Priest. It's the Usos defeating Rich Holland and Butch. After that, Dakota Kai and Bianca Belair defeat Gigi Dolan and Dana Brooke. We got Giovanni Vinci defeating Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton defeats The Miz. After that, Rhea Ripley defeats Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. And in the main event of the evening, it is Otis finally dethroning Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 16. Here at the 17th WrestleMania of the Sim, and Brock Lesnar defeats The Miz to open things up. Gunther The Ring General defeats Rick Boogs for the Universal Championship. We got Angel and Humberto defeating Jinder Mahal and Shanky. LA Knight, yeah, dummy, yeah, defeats Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley, Freak Bobby, if you a T-Barbarian, defeats T-Bar for the United States Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defeats Otis. We got the New Day defeating Eric and Ivar. Finn Balor defeats Solo Sikoa. We got Jay and Jimmy Uso defeating Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. After that, Rhea Ripley and Bayley defeat Dakota Kai and Dana Brooke. We got Charlotte Flair defeating Roxanne Perez. Cody Rhodes defeats AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bayley defeats Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. And in the main event of the evening, it is Damian Priest defeating Randy Orton. We open up the 18th WrestleMania of the Sim with Braun Strowman defeating Matt Riddle for the United States Championship. The Miz defeats Happy Corbin. We got Masay and Mansoor winning this big old tag match. Gigi Dolan and Asuka defeat Dakota Kai and Tamina. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Carmelo Hayes. We got the New Day defeating Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Otis defeats Solo Sikoa. LA Knight, yeah, wins the Intercontinental Championship from Ricochet. Dummy, yeah. And after that, it's Eric and Ivar who defeat the Usos. We have Gunther once again beating Rick Boogs for that Universal Championship. It's Damian Priest who defeats Randy Orton. Following that, Finn Balor defeats Brock Lesnar. We got Cody Rhodes finishing the story and winning the World Heavyweight Championship as he defeats Roman Reigns. And in the main event of the evening, it is Io Sky and Bayley defeating Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley. The Dirty Dogs defeat the Usos to kick off the 19th WrestleMania of this Sim, while Drew McIntyre and Solo Sikoa win this crazy four-way tornado tag. We got Jinder Mahal and Shanky picking up the big tag win. Tommaso Ciampa defeats T-Bar for that United States Championship. Finn Balor defeats MVP. We got Giovanni Vinci defeating Karrion Kross. The New Day defeat Los Lotharios. Apollo Crews is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion as he defeats Braun Strowman. We got Roman Reigns defeating Mansoor. After that, LA Knight, yeah, defeats Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch defeats Carmella for the Raw Women's Championship. Randy Orton defeats Otis. We got Ronda Rousey defeating Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. In the main event of the evening, it's Rhea Ripley and Asuka defeating Io Sky and Bianca Belair to cap things off at WrestleMania 19. The 20th simulated WrestleMania, the Sim opens up with the Usos defeating Ivar and Eric. We then have Damian Priest defeating Matt Riddle. Giovanni Vinci defeats Rick Boogs. Omos defeats MVP. We got Rich Holland and Butch defeating Jinder Mahal and Shanky. It's Cody Rhodes who defeats Commander Aziz, a.k.a. Dabakato. After that, LA Knight, yeah, defeats Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Solo Sikoa defeating Finn Balor. It's Logan Paul winning the United States Championship from Kevin Owens. We then have Carmelo Hayes defeating Santos Escobar. It's the Rated R Superstar Edge defeating Veer Mahan for that World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton defeats Otis. We got Big E winning the Universal Championship by knocking off Sheamus. And in the main event of the evening, Io Sky and Bianca Belair cap off WrestleMania 20 by defeating Rhea Ripley and Asuka. Welcome to the 21st WrestleMania of this Sim. Gunther defeats Santos Escobar for the Universal Championship. That's a crazy match, man. Charlotte Flair defeats Shotzi right after. We got Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston winning a four-way tornado tag match. Cameron Grimes wins straight to the moon as he defeats Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. LA Knight Dummy, yeah, defeats Sami Zayn for the IC title. Asuka and Dakota Kai defeat Gigi Dolan and Nikki ASH. We got Humberto and Angel defeating Butch Butch and Sheamus. After that, Braun Strowman defeats Otis. It's the Usos defeating the Street Profits. Following that, Drew McIntyre defeats Giovanni Vinci. Matt Riddle defeats Solo Sikoa. The Miz defeats Randy Orton. We got Brock Lesnar defeating Edge for the World Heavyweight Championship. And in the main event of the evening, it's Dana Brooke and Rhea Ripley defeating Io Sky and Bayley to kick off WrestleMania 21. We're at WrestleMania 22 on this sim, and it is Matt Riddle who defeats Finn Balor. Following that, the Usos defeat Jinder Mahal and Shanky to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. It's Butch, and Ridge Holland defeating Ivar and Eric. We got Angelo Dawkins defeating Veer. Following that, the New Day defeat Los Lotharios. We got Gigi Dolan and Becky Lynch defeating Dakota Kai and Queen Zelina. It's Gunther and Drew Gulak winning this big old tag match. We then have LA Knight Dummy, defeating Sami Zayn for that Intercontinental Championship. Solo Sikoa defeats Damian Priest. Cameron Grimes continues to be straight to the moon as he defeats Bobby Lashley, Freak Bobby if you nasty, for that United States Championship. Mansoor defeats Roman Reigns in what can only be considered a huge win for Mansoor's career. Randy Orton defeats The Miz. After that, Becky Lynch defeats Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship in the main event of the evening. Brock Lesnar defeats Otis for the World Heavyweight Championship. Our final WrestleMania on this sim kicks things off with Shelton Benjamin defeating Edge in the opening contest. We then have Chad Gable defeating AJ Styles. MVP defeats Commander Aziz, a.k.a. Davocado. After that, Rick Boogs is your new Universal Champion as he defeats Santos Escobar. We got Humberto defeating Ludwig Kaiser. Veer Mahan defeats Dolph Ziggler. Solo Sikoa defeats Otis. We got Gunther, the Ring General, defeating Mansoor. The Usos defeat the Street Profits for the Raw Tag titles. Kevin Owens defeats Happy Corbin for the United States Championship. We then have Butch, and Ridge Holland winning the SmackDown Tag titles. Karrion Kross defeats Big E. Seth freaking Rollins defeats Fiend Balor for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of the evening. Damian Priest knocks off Brock Lesnar as our final main event to WrestleMania. So to cap things off, the final Raw champions are as followed. The WWE Champion is Seth freaking Rollins. Kevin Owens is your United States Champion. The Usos are the Raw Tag Champions. Bayley's the Raw Women's Champion. Io Sky and Dakota Kai are your Women's Tag Champions. While the final SmackDown Champions of the Sim, Rick Boogs is your Universal Champion. LA Knight, is the Intercontinental Champion. We got Butch, and Ridge Holland as the SmackDown Tag Champions. Ronda Rousey is your Women's Champion. Of course, Io Sky and Dakota Kai are your Women's Tag Team Champions. That wraps up the sim today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this one. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and comment down below the next simulation and stipulation that you would like to see. But as always and forever, take it easy though, guys. Peace!